Hello, everyone. This is the Navy Kangaroo. Thanks for joining today. As always, I'm a 100% free team, and this is 100% Tigers deck. We got a great video for you today. We're going to open at least 2 Sig packs. Got a couple primes. We're going to, as always, review one of your teams. We're going to talk a little bit of strategy. I'm on a roll in PvP right now. And mystery boxes. Love the mystery boxes. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll go ahead and get start with the mystery boxes this week because we're going to switch it up a little bit. Usually start with Sigs, but man, that was just absolutely brutal. I wasted a whole 59 seconds on that ad pack. That was hey, look at that. Here we go, mystery boxes again. They're getting better. Look at that. 2 mystery boxes, and we're getting 2 of a kind now. We're getting a pair of the premium skill change tickets, not just 1 anymore. So those things are getting better. All right, let's go to Sig packs. And hey, if you want me to review any of your teams, please send me a request in the comments. Just be like, hey, this is my team name, and then send me a friend request on the game, Navy_Kangaroos, through add friend or whatever, and then I will get the request and I'll add you and I'll showcase your team. All right, let's get it right into these Sig packs. And let's see a Tiger. Man, I'm always hoping for that lightning bolt. There is nothing better than getting a diamond Sig. So let's see what we got. We got a Cub. Right off the bat, we got a Cub. And it is a Contreras, 72 overall. Let me see. I can't even see the basic stats, so it's kind of short. But that's not a bad one for a catcher. A lot of power for the catcher. And now we got a Dodger. This looks like a good one, though. That is a Kershaw 11. Wow, that is huge. Basic stats, that looks to be 75. That is just a killer right there. Man, look at that. Location, velocity, and stamina are just, that is an awesome card right there. So let's go for the primes. Let's see a Tiger. And, well, we got the Team Select Prime Pack, but we'll do these first. Let's see it. Prime. And we have, you know what we're looking for. We're looking for that E-Rod. We are looking for that E-Rod. Nope. I need that E-Rod immediately in my rotation. I mean, my rotation's getting stale. Man, I love that purple glow. No, we got another Brewer. This better not be a Yelich. Do not be a Yelich. Do not be a... All right, good. Man, I was going to say this game bombards me with Yeliches every week. And there's just no need for that. It's just unnecessary. Okay. Team Selective Prime Pack. So we already have the Verlander. We already have the Polanco. We already have the JD Martinez. And we already have the Robbie Grossman. So we need... And we already have the Max Scherzer. So we need the E-Rod. Let's see it. And prime. We have... Let's see if it's a pitcher first. It is a... No. It's a Grossman. Again. Come on. Give me the free... All right, whatever. Let's just go. Let's just move on. Pretend that didn't happen. Maybe we'll do some combos later. Pitcher, batter. I will do pitcher, I guess. Because, we're hoping for maybe a vintage. Bam, lightning bolt, and we have a Jimenez, Joe Jimenez. I think he's still in the league. Why are these just going one at a time? I guess because they're pitcher batter. So I'll start flying through those as fast as I can. And while I'm doing it, I will talk a little bit about Tigers. I was actually watching the Tigers game a second ago and had to step away because their late inning pitching's getting a little sketch. But Spencer Torkelson is just raking. And guess who? Javi Baez is somehow, 100 points above the Mendoza line. Just being above the Mendoza line, period, is a win. And for him to be batting 300 is just crazy. Just crazy. Totally crazy. Okay, we're going to use all of these. So let's hope for a prime or a legend. And we have a bunch of diamonds. A bunch of diamonds that probably aren't going to be useful. We have a Torkelson up there. We're getting a lot of Buck Farmers and Jimenez. See, this game's just dropping dupes everywhere. Dropping dupe after dupe after dupe. Okay, we will go to live season diamond pack, okay? Because live is always better, except for it's not, because you can't get prime, you can't get vintage, but whatever. Let's see what we got. And I did get out of a live pack last year. I got that... the Scooble, who ended up having a great year. So that's the one time that it actually benefited me. with the live packs. So anyway, let's see what we got. Man, my team's getting a little stale. There's a long hair. There's that Chapin with that stash and that long lettuce. Gotta love that. But yeah, Scooble is, won the Cy Young last year. Bam, lightning bolt. And let's get a prime out of here. Come on. Let's get a prime. Let's get something. I feel like this game's been holding out a little bit. It's just these we got a Contreras, Sig. We got whoever that other guy was. I mean, actually that Kershaw, that was good. But you know what? For the 98.2% of folks on here who have Dodger decks, yeah, that's great. But you know what? Give the Tigers some love. Come on. Give the Tigers some love. They still don't have any prime. This game still doesn't have any prime Tiger relievers. And I just don't get it. No Tiger prime relievers. Who is that? That is I don't know. I'm taking that. It's a Thompson. Justin Thompson, starter, Tigers vintage. That's okay. I'll take that. I'll see what he's at. He may even be good enough to put in my rotation. We'll see. I tried in the pick a player event. I tried doing a vintage Tiger pitcher, hoping I get someone new, and I didn't. It was a dupe Coleman, which is I mean Coleman's high, but he only has 2 pitches. He only has a fastball and a slider. That's kind of whack. You don't want a pitcher with just 2 pitches. It's crazy. How do you even I try playing manual mode for League Master mode sometimes, and with only 2 pitches, it's just like, all right, what do you do? I'm not going to fool these folks. It's really hard to pitch a computer like that in high level League Master mode. But like I say, you have to be playing League Master mode. You just have to. And you get so much good stuff out of it. Okay, what else do I have? Anything else in here? Any goodies that I could open? Oh, I have these my free agent We'll just go ahead and use these. You go ahead and use these my free agent. This is the lamest giveaway ever, is this my free agent refresh ticket. Who cares? I mean, come on. Just give me another. I'd rather like a gold draw. Whoa, we do have a prime, and that's a prime Granderson. And I'm gonna go ahead and select that right now. We'll just go ahead and use 100 tickets. And Granderson had he's got some decent stuff for the Tigers in this game, but at the end of the day, he doesn't have a prime. Or I don't think he has a Sig either for the Tigers. Okay, we're going to do some combos. I'm going to get to your teams really quick. I'm going to talk some strategy. Let me go to PvP really quick. Actually, no. What I'm going to do, I got to show everyone this. We're going to go look in the power ranking tournament. Okay, folks are doing terrible in power ranking tournament. I hear it all the time. Why are you doing terrible? Because you go basically by what the game says. The overall, right? Folks look at the overall, and 9 times out of 10, they pick who's higher in overall, okay? But you got to actually do the magnifying glass and see, and you can really see how many basic, not really basic, but just, normal and not, look at this LeMahieu, 4 of 12, 1 of 10 on levels, 4 of 10. So those are really low. That brings the whole overall down. So you can't look at the basic overall. And someone will always have one of these things with the, the Raleigh fingers there, that's usually pretty low in their relievers for their long relievers. So you can't just go by overall because it's going to be low with those basic folks on the side. There's a lot of, I've heard all sorts of reasons to keep that low. PvP matchups is one of them. But PvPs, you want to talk about a roll, I only have 1 loss this whole cycle. Look at this. And, it's really just the pitching and then just being patient at the plate. Being patient at the plate. And you know how the game says, use an outer swing if it's coming in, use a up and down swing if it's, I never really had success with that until, recently with PvP. Because then I just kind of know where the pitchers are, the general location where they're going to throw things. It's the hardest thing in the world when when opponents switch, not just speeds, but locations. So we'll go ahead and combo a few of these diamonds. Let's see if we get another prime, and maybe we'll do a prime. Maybe we'll just get really, really crazy today and do a prime combo. Maybe we'll just get that crazy. But, other things about the Tigers, I got to tell you, if Javi Baez keeps this up, they got Javi Baez, they got Gleyber Torres, and you got Torkelson raking. Riley Green's just slow start like usual, but he'll be up around 280, 290. and high OPS, and then Kerry Carpenter healthy. Just keep him out of the outfield, man. He's just designate hit that dude as much as possible. I know it's tough with Gleyber Torres in the lineup, but you got holding down the DH spot sometimes, but you got to keep Kerry Carpenter healthy. That dude just freaking crushes. Kerry Carpenter, for folks who don't know who that dude is, I mean, it's just crazy. He was like not even, I don't even know what round. Baseball has like 1,000 rounds of draft, and he was probably round 999 or something. And in Double A, he was just hitting home runs all the, left and right. And folks, the report on him was, he's going to face better pitchers and just slow down. And he never has. And he's like a walk-on, in college football. He's like the Rudy who just rolls on there and, stumbles into practice one day and just, lights people up. And all of a sudden now he's a starter. Actually, Rudy was never a starter, but I'm just, maybe that's a bad analogy, but I'm just trying to, it's a good movie though. It's a good movie for those of you who haven't seen Rudy. It's old, but whatever. It's fine. So there's a glowy one, and we got, so that is, he's not even the highest one. Maybe he is because that dude's up. So maybe that's why it's glowing. I don't know. What should we combo? I think we're going to combo one Sig. We're going to try one more time with Sigs. So how do we do this with level, position, team, type? Okay. Here are 3 Sigs. We got this Kershaw. So let's see a Tiger. Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. Let's see it. And George Springer. You got to be freaking kidding me. No, I'm not going to combo you, but it's such a disappointment. All right. Well, we'll combo with 1 prime and see if maybe, just maybe, we could pull a Erod, because I really need that Erod. Like I said, team's getting stale. Kyle Farnsworth. Whoa. That dude's been in a couple baseball brawls. He was in one when the Tigers, when he played for the Tigers, and brawled against the Royals. So let's see another one. Let's see a Tiger. Tiger, 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 and prime, prime, prime. And I'm getting new ones. I'm going to do one more. I'm wasting a lot of stars here, right? And I always preach star discipline, star discipline, star discipline. I'm gonna keep going. Hey, I'm chasing now. I'm chasing at the blackjack table. Busting. I'm chasing now, doubling down. And Erod. Don't forget about Mark Mulder. Okay, well, we're gonna stop there. Because now I'm down to 5,000 stars. You always want to try to keep it around 10,000, because when they pop up with those special events, it's you get stuff that you normally can't get. Every once in a while, did I really get the one diamond out of that whole thing? But when they pop up with those special stores, those special shops, every once in a while they'll drop in a hey, there we go. Now I got the diamond. That's an old McCann. He played for the Tigers for a long time. But every once in a while, they will do one of those upgrades. So let's see. Do I have enough for 6,370? No, I don't have 7,000 yet. I'm getting close. And I'm getting close to more Sigs. So my 2 Sigs this time, by the way, were from Club Mode. And the other one was from... What was the other one from? It was Club Mode and maybe an event or something. I can't remember how I got the other one. But yeah, the Club Mode store, it's really great having the having that. So the Sig packs. But for 3,000 stars now, you could buy them in the special shop. So that's pretty cool. I'm kind of glad they added that. So we're going to look, the team we're going to review today is the Tacoma Bandits. Don't see many Mariners decks, although I do play some of them in PvP, but just don't see many folks on here. So this is the Tacoma Bandits. And you know what? Mariners, that's where I live now, Pacific Northwest, even though I'm in Florida right now, but Pacific Northwest is where I live. And, Mariners, they just can't get their stuff together. I don't really care. I'm a Tigers fan, but here's the first thing I'll say is, I'd switch the Charisma and barrel it up. You will get immediate results from that, I think. And that Julio Rodriguez, 67 overall, that must be a pretty low one for him. I don't understand why he is that low. But, okay, you got this Brett Boone. This is probably your best hitter on offense. I'd add a little bit of eye somehow, whatever you have to do. I'd give up some some contact or connectivity over and get that eye up a little bit, because you want that dude raking. All right. So here's what I see. Chancemaker isn't great for him. It just isn't, because he is, what number is he in our lineup? He is number 3 in our lineup. Chancemaker, and he's got, his speed's low. He's just not like a contact, get on base. That dude, you want that dude to crush, right? You want that dude to just hammer the freaking ball. And you got an Olerud, CP3 Olerud, what they used to call him, or something like that. I don't know, because he's so quiet and robotic, but he was a great hitter. And look at that eye. You got good eye on him. It's always good to have good eye in the lineup. Like the charisma a lot. And, you're good. But what you're going to need is one of those legend skills. So you're going to have to get rid of those eventually. So here's the thing, okay? Like on this Moore, I would stop plussing him up. Stop plussing up that more until you get good skills on that. Because you have to, he's 20 of 20. Maybe you want to work on this. Cal Raleigh, your catcher, that you're going to have this catcher for a while. You just will. It's hard to get solid catchers. I don't think they have any prime catchers for the Mariners. If they do, then you're going to want to, then you're not going to want to resource that dude. But like some of these dudes you're going to replace, like the Suarez, right? 68 overall, you're going to find a better third baseman than that. You just stop right there at that 16 of 16 level up. Although you do have Trips Gold, which is good, but and Charisma barrel up, that's not bad. So it is good having Trips Gold, but you know what? At the expense of some of these other folks, this JP Crawford, that's going to be in your lineup for a long time. This Olerud, right? You're going to need a black diamond that dude up, because he'll be in your lineup for a long, long time, either designated hitter or first base. This Sexton, right? 73 overall. You'll probably have him in your lineup for a long time. That dude, that's really good power right there, and he had good development on him. Decent amount of eye and a little too much speed for him, but that's okay. You can figure that stuff out later. So you don't want to spread yourself too thin on this stuff by just developing and using player upgrades on, and spreading them around, and then skill changes on certain folks. So really focus on the players that you're going to have in your lineup for a long time. If you just spread it around like that, it's fine to train them up to level 20, but don't use all these extra resources on them, and especially stars and all those skill upgrade tickets, because you could use those. You'll need those later on the folks that you're going to stick around for a long time. Like, look, if you have one of those blue tickets here, those blue skill change select tickets, look, use it on this dude, power pitcher. Resource your ace, resource your ace, resource your ace. Or if you're already at max, I don't know how to tell on someone else's team if you've reached max skill upgrades. But if you haven't reached max, then yeah, that should be the first one, is to get finesse pitcher to 6, so you could keep bumping that dude up and get him up to level 30 or whatever he is. If you've already reached max on your skill upgrades, then redistribute them with one of those other blue tickets, and get that finesse pitcher up, so you could get that to over 7 and 8. Overwhelming pressure is great. Like overwhelming pressure, that's a good skill for him. So that Ray, resource your ace, resource your ace, resource your ace. 71 overall, that's great for a Sig. Like this Gilbert, I don't know why you have control artist over dominant pitcher. And dominant pitcher really isn't the right skill for him, because he's so high in location, but that's okay. So that's what I'm saying. Don't spin your wheels just working on one dude, then the next and the next. Get your ace perfect. Your ace should be perfect, because you could take your ace into PvP. You could take your ace a lot of places. You get a pretty consistent win with your ace in a lot of different modes. So you got to resource that ace. And here we go. This is a great one. This Gonzalez is great. Like this one a lot. You're still working on his special training. So when you're done with that Ray, working this Gonzalez, the next one you should black diamond is probably, look, I can't believe this dude's 71 overall. This is just a freaking sick closer right here. And you're going to end up needing to change those skills. You're just going to need to change those skills. But before you change the skills, make them black diamond. So don't work on skill changes and skill upgrades yet until you black diamond that dude. Because once you're black diamond, you're going to be looking for one of those legend skills. If you invest resources in his skills now, you're going to lose all your investment later. Just take those resources you're going to put into it into the Robbie Ray. And you got this Mateo too. This one, see, you're starting special training on him, but just max out some of the other folks first. This dude's good enough for your dude in the one hole. He's good enough. And zone control, you're gonna end up comboing that thing later in club mode. If you're playing club mode, I would definitely play club mode. Control Master Inning Eater isn't great for this dude, but whatever. You could work on that skill. He's good enough for the level your team is at. That is a good enough setup, dude. That's all you're gonna need. Okay, I think that's about it for your team. Please send me your team names. Love your team that you're starting. Are you free team? Do you play personal? Or do you spend personal coin on it? I don't know. I want to know though. So please let me know, and I will be out of here now. So you all have a good week, and send me your team names, and I'll give you guys a review and a shout out. Oh, and keep the comments coming, y'all. Peace.